Porzingis with the rebound. The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Richard, when you talk about Jalen Brunson, many scouts felt he'd never be a #1 level option offensively. But he's proven some people wrong.
Kevin, many scouts have been wrong many times. The question has been answered. He wasn't a great shooter when he first came into the league, and his ball handling also needed to improve. But now, both of those are strengths in his game.
And the first one at the line is good.
A fearless athlete. Jalen Brown competes every single night on both sides of the ball. Something you want as a teammate.
The Celtics making a switch here. Craig's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. There's 47 seconds left in the first half. Anunoby outside. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
White with it. Takes a three. Cranes the three-pointer. White's got 5.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Anunoby is screen on Craig. Clark takes to Bridges. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off the shot. And here's Brunson outside. That one misses. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 1. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. They're thinking about the shot. Oh, you almost had it. Give it up for our contestants.
Welcome, everybody, to our Game 1 coverage. It's a tight one indeed for the Boston Celtics.
Well, they've got this crowd on the edge of their seats. It's been one heck of a game. And if they continue to play well, they're going to take control of this series.
Wouldn't that be a nice treat for these fans? Looking at how the Celtics are doing in this series. Guys, how important is the first game of a series?
Very important, Ernie. You learn a lot about yourselves and your opponent. Teams will attack and try to exploit your weaknesses.
And after game...
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us.
And we're back for more exciting action from the Eastern Conference semifinals. And here are the Knicks now. It's a one-point game. Stolen by Holiday. Down low, here's White. That shot misses. Bridges with some nice defense. It's too hard. The kick out to Towns. Good on the three-point shot. Towns has got the first points to start out the third quarter for New York.
Wow, look at the release. Towns with a quick trigger.
Tatum passes to Holiday. White up top, defended by Bridges. Outside Tatum. 5 to shoot. Oh, what strength and power from Tatum.
Trusting his preparation, Tatum is always ready to bail out his team when they need him most.
Anunoby outside to Brunson. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Brunson's got the lead back up to 2 now for New York. Brown outside. Nice ball movement by Boston. 11 feet away. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Brown's got the game tied up here for Boston. It's too hard. Anunoby with the screen for Hart. It's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time. It's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the chart.
Richard, so many things about Drew Holiday's game we love, but what impresses you most about his game?
Well, I know it's an easy answer, but it's his defense. It's hard to be a feared defender in the modern NBA, Kevin. But Holiday is such a pest at all times on that end of the floor.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And New York making a change here. Achua's checked in. Brunson outside. Achua kicks to Brunson. The baseline J. The rebound by Holiday. The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Tatum down low. Achua's on him, and a missed layup. Hart the pass to Achua. The dunk by Achua.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Outside Tatum. From outside the arc. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Hart the pass to Brunson. Pretty bucket inside by Brunson.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with it.
Outside Tatum. For 3. It's rebounded by New York.
There are nights where the shots just don't fall. Unfortunately, I know how that feels.
And the rejection by Tatum. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to be on Precious Achiuwa.
Strong finish by Tatum. Nothing was stopping him there.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the Knicks making a change here.
At the line for your Celtics, Jason Tatum. At the line, shooting 1.
We talk about Tatum's offense, and for good reason, but his play on the defensive end is really valuable for this team.
Bridges against Brown. Bridges deciding where to go with it. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Boston on top, up 1. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And how about a look now at our assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
And you are back with us live as we bring you continuing coverage of the Eastern Conference semifinal. Here's the three. Good on the triple.
Hit works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Payne. Outside, down. Just 5 to shoot. Here's McBride. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Pritchard. Payne covering. Hauser the pass to Craig. Outside Tatum. Takes the three. Lets the three fly. And again, Boston with the triple.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter. Building out this lead brick by brick. They have taken a very methodical approach.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
Attention fans, now on the court is your hype squad. Get live.
A different look from the Old Park. He's checked in for Precious Achiuwa. Bridges comes in for Miles McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Payne. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He loves what they're doing in the paint. He said if they're not stopping us, keep doing it. Keep going after it down low. They'll keep pounding it inside, guys.
Thanks, David. Now here's Brunson. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that.
Here's Tatum. Rebounded by Hart. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for New York. They trail by 7. Here's Brunson. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Boston is on 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Tatum against Towns. Outside Tatum.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Pass to Brown for the three. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Well, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Celtics leading by 7. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
What muscle on that finish. It's hard trying to prevent Tatum from converting.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Celtics.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And another thing, they continue to work it inside and score. It's clear their game plan is attacking the paint as much as possible.
.136 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Holiday against Brunson to end the run. Holiday with the defensive effort. The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Brown against Anunoby. It's Brown. Oh, what?
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down and what will be a win here in game 1 of the series for the Celtics.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And it's really got to feel very good to be able to jump out confidently to a 1-0 lead in this series.
Absolutely. And I think their focus now has to be not on taking this win for granted. They should come out for game 2 with the same intensity and honestly maybe even more. You know they'll face a more focused team in the next one, so they may have to be just a little bit tougher.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jason Tatum.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
Shooting for New York, Karl Anthony Towns, taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
You know, the size, talent, and fearlessness of Towns is a lethal concoction, a prime-time player who poses many problems for the defense.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that brings them within single digits. And here's Boston. They're on an 11-3 run right now. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And White kicks to Brown. A fadeaway J off the mark. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, the momentum is so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony and our reporter David Owen. And the entire 2K.
Face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Now here's Holiday. Pass to Brown. Porzingis with it. 5 on the clock. Over Towns. Hart pulls it in. Here's Bridges. Back to Hart. Now here's Towns. Defended by Porzingis. Towns down low. Working on Porzingis. Good D by Porzingis. And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard, they play defense first, they play a ton of minutes, but this team is gritty, and they don't give up. They have the massive height, and then you add the skill. Porzingis, one of the more unique matchups in the NBA.
Boston shooting their first free throws of this game.
Kristaps Porzingis at the line for 2 shots.
2 shots.
No good on that one.
Well, some people call Porzingis a unicorn, and they're not wrong. His terrific stature and his shooting ability, that is a rare combination.
the second one. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. White, the pass to Holiday, and he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
What strength inside from Holiday. Feels like he can score against anyone in the league with that size.
Brown against Anunoby. Brunson surveys. And Porzingis with the block.
And shooters must beware. Porzingis is down there lurking.
Down low. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. We got into it about his strategy against Karl Anthony Towns. These modern bigs are tough to stop, he told me, and went on to say, I'm hoping we can just force him to take bad shots, not the ones that he wants. I'll settle for that. So they're looking to disrupt Cat's selections and keep him from his spots, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
Poor rim. Tatum plays with such an edge.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. New York making a switch here. Achua's checked in.
Knicks substitution, number 5, Precious Achua.
The Knicks have gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Bridges outside. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. The kick out to Brunson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Drew Holiday.
Something about the little guy willing to stick his nose in there. Brunson gets his team going with that kind of play.
Brent, everyone loves an underdog story, and there's few better than that of Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, this kid falling into the second round and all the perception around whether or not he was big enough or can he shoot the ball, is he athletic enough, has continued to work hard every year and turn himself into an all-star and an all-NBA player.
That free throw good from Brunson. With Brunson being undersized, he has such a great feel for how to create space, Brent.
Incredible footwork, BA, the way he puts the needle on the record and just scratches it and pivots around and makes defenders jump and move. Amazing manipulation skills at the point guard position for a guy his size to get it done in the painted area.
Both free throws good from Brunson.
Well, if you're a basketball player, through your entire basketball life, you're going to hear coaches harp on you about free throws. It seems like Brunson has heard those messages loud and clear.
Now here's Horford. White looking it over. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
All of that happening because Porzingis moved well off of the screen to find the space.
Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. Launches a 3. Drills it from deep. Brunson's got 5 points.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside Porzingis. Inside. Here's Brown. Tipped.
Good awareness from Hart. He interferes at the right moment.
Brunson against Holiday. And Brunson, here we go. Over Holiday. Can't tie it up. That one misses.
It's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Now here's Horford. They kick it out to Porzingis. Three-pointer, no good. Here's Hart. Pass to Brunson. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Boston out in front. They lead by a bucket. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. Happy to have you back with us for the Eastern Conference semifinals on 2K Sports. And for Boston, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches. But the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
The first one falls. When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get, Brent.
Well, it's been generations, BA, that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973, so as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run.
That one drops. He ties it up. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. Now here's Tatum. 5 to shoot. Misses the 3.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Left side, McBride. Now Payne. To the inside. Here's Achua. Achua with the dunk.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jalen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast, but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Here's Bridges, following the bucket by the Celtics. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Craig. Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for New York. Anunoby comes in for McBride. Achua against Tatum. Here's Pritchard driving in. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Richard's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, the way Tatum shares the ball really completes his package.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Celtics fans, get loud right now for Celtics Entertainment.
Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Achua.
Entertainment.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Towns, right side. Back to Payne. Pass to Towns. Robinson with it. Defended by Porzingis. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. Robinson's defense is always a factor for him. And lately, he's done a better job of staying on the floor.
Yeah, BA, fouls have been an issue for Robinson, but the thing that he really needs to learn is it's not about blocking shots. It's about being in great position with your body and being more of a deterrent so he can stay on the floor to be more impactful.
Brown, he's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Pritchard. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul. Great body control from Holiday. Gets the shot off while getting hit in the process.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Celtics?
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now, that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Holiday hits them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Robinson against Porzingis. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Right side, Brunson. Brunson rushes in, and the layup is good. Brunson's got 7 points.
What a good burst from Brunson just to get by the initial defense.
Holiday, a screen on Anunoby. Here's Brown. Again, the miss by Boston.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Towns outside. Back to Bridges. The kick out to Brunson. 6 to shoot. Goes back up. Boston pulls it in.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Porzingis misses. New York trailing. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Pass to Brunson. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
They're going right for the iron. Towns muscling his way through.
Tatum against Towns. Up top, Tatum. Here's the three. Not going to go that time. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Outside Anunoby. White against Brunson. Oh, look at Jalen Brunson. Don't let that size fool you.
Oh, wow. Brunson just getting sideswiped there and some strength to get through it.
Tatum against Towns. And Tatum, here we go. And here's Bridges. Over White. And it's New York scoring again.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. New York out in front. They're up by 4. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Hello, everyone. First game of the series, off to a good start.
Playoff atmosphere, hostile environment, man. They're handling the pressure, putting themselves in a good spot.
Looking at how the Celtics are doing in this. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And welcome back, folks, for more Eastern Conference semifinal action. You look at Jalen Brunson. What a contribution.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
It's Bridges on the wing. Anunoby against Brown. Towns looking for an opening. Hart from long range. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one from the right block. And it's Tatum missing.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Not a secret that Brunson can turn it on offensively, so the defense can't give him that much cushion.
Taking 2 shots,
2.
That free throw good from Brunson. Both free throws good from Brunson. Celtics trail by 6. Holiday passes to Porzingis. Anunoby against Brown. Oh, nice D from Anunoby.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Here's Bridges. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Bridges has got his second bucket of the night.
Consistent shooter like Bridges loves to get openings from the mid-range like that to get his rhythm.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Headed to the floor right now, it's Celtics.
Seconds into the second half now. Tatum, a screen on Brunson. Pass to Tatum, beyond the arc. JT for 3.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
Brunson against Holiday. This one for 3. Boston pulls it in. Brown inside. Brunson defending. Brown passes to Tatum. Hey, strong move, Tatum.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
And you look at Jalen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jalen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. This is so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Tatum knocks it down. He's locked in right now.
And watch how Tatum navigates the contact. Just one of the many go-to moves for him in the paint.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Brian, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. White with a screen on Brunson. Brunson against Holiday. Outside White. Just 5 on the clock. Tatum a screen on Bridges. Left block shot on the way. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
So that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
And the Celtics making a change here. Pritchard's checked in. And a switch here also for New York. Chua's checked in. Knicks leading by 4. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. Brunson passes to Achua. Back to Brunson. Towns for 3. The rebound, Celtics. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Tatum. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Mikal Bridges.
Just money from the line. Tatum knows the importance of making free throws.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
At the line for 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Knicks leading by 3. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Bridges. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. 3/4 of play and a close one here. New York out in front, up 3. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4.
Come on, fans, it's the 4th quarter.
And time for us to get back into it here in game 1. The Celtics shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. Tatum a screen on Payne. Here's Pritchard. And he hits it to tie the game.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
And New York has possession. Payne with it to the paint. Here's Towns. Can't cash it in from the high post.
I have no idea why he went with the fadeaway there. The defense was nowhere near him, and he should have just kept it simple.
Back to Tatum. Outside Craig. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Pritchard. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Well, the Knicks shooting right at 35%. Not getting what they want out there. McBride passes to Towns. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 2.
And he is a force in the paint. Towns is such a huge presence inside for them.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now.
Yellow fans on the court is your hype squad. The craziest fans will get a t-shirt. Come on, everybody, make some noise.
A big group substitution here for Boston. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Horford. Jalen Brown comes in for Hauser. Derek White's checked in for Craig. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Holiday finds Porzingis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
It seems very natural when he's out there at the three-point line and uses that kind of rhythm. Porzingis, nice look.
Outside Hart. To the middle. Towns gets the bucket. Towns has gotten 4 this quarter. Neither team able to take a hold of this game.
Yeah, it's been a tight one. Numerous lead changes, very competitive.
Pass to Brown. Again, the Celtics good for 2 more.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Brunson against Holiday. Bridges with it. Towns a screen on White. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on White.
Bridges doing a good job fighting hard past the foul, even after the release.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
And the other thing about their game tonight that they've done a terrific job of is just moving the basketball around. That's how you rack up assists.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. he's able to hit the second one, and that ties this game up.
A shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
Here's Tatum. They get it back.
And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time he hits it.
Anunoby. Bridges finds Brunson. Holiday grabs the miss. And they're set to take control of this game.
It's crucial that they convert here.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Hard against Tatum. Clock at 6.
Coming down the stretch, you just can't afford that type of defensive breakdown.
Breakdowns like this are only going to hurt you moving forward and late in the game. Establish some trust and make the defense come together.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. Three-pointer, Bridges. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. And so it's Boston who scrapes by with the win. And it always takes a lot of pressure off a team when they get the win in Game 1.
It's the most important game of the series. They've shown they know how to beat this team. The formula's in place. Now they just have to stick with it for the next few games.
That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, and our...
What a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Brunson against Howard. And it's Brunson missing.
Doesn't register as a block, and he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stretch.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Instead, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, Learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
And he knocks down the first one.
And it's the attention to detail that sets Tatum apart from most players in our league.
And so Tatum nails them both. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Bridges outside. Hart kicks to Bridges. Pass to Brunson. 5 on the clock. Over Holiday. Brunson, no good. Here's Boston now. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. Now, I spoke to him about the plan for Karl-Anthony Towns now. Coach said, we know Cat has size and power, so we're hoping we can match him there. We don't want to make ourselves soft targets for him. To be intense and physical down on the block. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Tatum. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. And so just over a minute and a half played. Outside, White. Back to Holiday. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Bridges outside. Anunoby is screen on White. Bridges for 3. Connects from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Tatum passes to Porzingis. Hard against Tatum. To the middle. Shot clock at 5. Bridges with the steal. And they're pushing it up. Here's Anunoby. And he drops it in from the low post.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
Outside, Porzingis. And Bridges with the block.
This is where Bridges' wingspan is a factor, allowing him to reach out and get a piece of that shot. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Back to Brown. Pass to Tatum. Will it go? Again, the miss by the Celtics. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Here's Anunoby. No good there. Some solid defense from Brown. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Now here's Brunson. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Holiday. Lays it in off the breakaway. Holiday's got 6.
He's an explosive, athletic guard. And I tell you, the coaching staff must love watching Holiday in the open court.
And Brunson, here we go. That shot, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that play.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Celtics lead by 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And we're back for more exciting action from the Eastern Conference semifinals. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Here's Pritchard. Tatum on the wing. Oh, good with the triple. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They trail by one. And that one, good. Bridges has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for New York. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players. And it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
Excellent job finishing on the inside. Tatum doesn't fear going in amongst the trees.
Right at the free throw line. Boston grabs the miss.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Here's Horford, and he uses the glass on the way. Horford's got his first bucket in this one.
And it's the long arms and broad shoulders that make Horford such a tough matchup inside. Teams try to get physical with him, but he's usually up to the challenge.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Porzingis is checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Torrey Craig. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for New York. OG Anunoby comes in for Cameron Payne. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Here's Tatum. Oh, what strength and power from Tatum.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum.
Here under 2.5 minutes played so far. To the paint. Here's Anunoby. Bank shot. No good.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Holiday dishes to White. Unloads. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to getting the looks he needs.
Now, here's Achua, guarded by Tatum. Towns, a screen on Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Achua, no good. Celtics leading by 4. Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Anunoby outside. Back to Brunson. Looking to end the run. Yes, that goes in.
Great jumper there from Brunson, living off that mid-range.
And Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Shoots over at Chua. Pass to Holiday. The kick out to Tatum. Second chance effort. Inside. Tatum.
And the D getting outwork there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
And so it's Boston, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this.
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built for the Boston Celtics.
They're moving well on offense, great teamwork. Maybe not as strong as our teamwork, but whose is?
How about your old Lakers team?
What I remember seeing, they pass the ball into Shaq, Ernie, and it never comes back out.
That's why they call me the Shaq Hole.
Looking at how the Celtics are doing in this series. And that is a wrap. Now let's...
And you are back with us live as we bring you continuing coverage of the Eastern Conference semifinals. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, he's also a pretty good actor. He sells fouls really well.
Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Allman. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. Boston leading by 10. And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
Now, here's Hart. Jason Tatum missing his last shot, and the dunk by Towns.
And forget those threes. Cat, get the easy one.
Outside Holiday. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. With the drive. Pass to White. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Tatum for 3. Rebounded by Hart.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Brunson outside. Hart with a screen on White. Brunson the pass to Hart. New York needs to get off a shot. Brunson with the man right on him.
Just a reflexive move by Brunson, putting complete trust in his mechanics.
Celtics leading by 6. And Holiday kicks to Porzingis. Pass to Brown. Back to White. Celtics passing it around. Brown inside. He's guarded by Anunoby. The 3 from Tatum. Tatum with another miss. Knicks trail by 6. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this this final half of play. Hart with the screen for Bridges. No good on the three. The Celtics have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Porzingis against Hart. Porzingis passes to Tatum. Over Bridges. Tatum with another miss. Knicks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Hart finds Brunson. Anunoby left side. 41 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Well, they didn't make it this far by giving up easy ones. And now the defense is in overdrive.
Pritchard, he's checked in for Boston. And New York with a change here, too. Achua's checked in. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Brunson. Porzingis with the block. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Brown against Brunson. Brunson takes off. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific.
It's the fourth quarter, everyone.
And we're ready to get back into the action here in game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. Knicks trail by 6. Payne passes to Towns. A three-pointer, no good. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Pritchard. Payne covering. Tatum, no good.
Well, he is desperately trying to get something going, but this has not been his night. They need to consider making an adjustment.
And the dunk by Towns.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Pritchard. Payne covering. Pritchard gets the bucket. Now here's Payne. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. To shoot. Anunoby outside. Goes up on the high post. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Pritchard. Anunoby against Tatum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
That free throw, no good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And the second free throw, good. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Brunson against Howard. Porzingis with the block. Now here's Tatum. He's guarded closely. Pass to Holiday. Back to Tatum. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 9.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Here's Brunson. Brunson stays agile and finds his opening inside.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with it.
Hard against Tatum. Outside White. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Brown's shot is good.
Well, this is what Brown was looking for. He just needed the ball, and then instantly his shot was up.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call a timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked with the team. He was preaching the importance of effort, saying he wanted to see second and third efforts each possession. We need to be the more active team down the stretch. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Towns, the pass to Brunson. Porzingis with the block, and he recovers it. Second chance shot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Porzingis.
And Brunson, a very physical player. Someone that understands how to bait defenders into foul.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Good on the first, and that brings them within single digits. Both free throws good for Brunson. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for Boston's own Celtics Entertainment.
Bridges against White. Outside Holiday. And again, Boston with the triple.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down. And what will be a win here in game 1 of the series for the Celtics.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And it's really got to feel very good to be able to jump out confidently to a 1-0 lead in this series.
Absolutely. And I think their focus now has to be not on taking this win for granted. They should come out for game 2 with the same intensity and honestly maybe even more. You know they'll face a more focused team in the next one, so they may have to be just a little bit tougher.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jason Tatum.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
4th personal foul, 2nd team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Jalen Brown. At the line for 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And Brown drops them both.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Now here's Payne. He's tightly guarded. Softly drops in the floater. It's the Celtics picking up the win. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
It's time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference Playoffs. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Owen, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the player of the game, Jason Tatum.